Prioritizing. Many people start their day scrolling their phone because it's just the easiest option. Then suddenly the day is already slipping away and you feel terrible for lying half asleep in your bed with your phone for hours. To avoid this bad start, prepare the night before. Write down the 3 most important tasks you need to get done the next day. But don't just list them, rank them. You should rank them in the order of what's the hardest thing to do, because that's most likely what will actually move you towards your goal. Now when you wake up, you know exactly what to do. No more decision fatigue. By tackling the hardest thing first, you'll also get momentum to keep going. Because you've already done the hardest thing, now it's just a stroll to complete the rest because you feel on top. It's like waking up with a built-in GPS. Your brain knows exactly what to attack first. That's a level up in taking action, but you're still kinda brain dead. Failure prevention. Sometimes things just don't go as planned. Most people ignore it. They say, I'll do better tomorrow, but never figure out why today failed. You're going to do it differently. Each night, ask yourself, what didn't I get done today from my list of the 3 most important things? Then write down exactly what blocked you, whether it was distraction or too ambitious planning or something else. Be brutally honest, then write 1 sentence about how you will make sure you get it done next time. That's it. You're not journaling, you're debugging your life. Over time, this becomes a feedback loop, and your ability to improve compounds fast. It's what separates people who grind with no results from the ones who level up constantly, but it requires you to drop your ego and be brutally honest about why you failed. That's a level up in strategy, and you're now an average Joe. Cut dopamine drains. You sit down to work, but something's off. You can't focus. It's like your brain is not functioning even though you want it to. Why? Because you've trained it to expect instant rewards. If your free time is filled with cheap dopamine like binge-watching YouTube, scrolling, or jumping between apps, your brain becomes allergic to deep effort. So the fix? Stop overfeeding your brain outside of work. No doom scrolling, no dopamine buffet. Instead, give your brain boredom when it's not time to focus. Walks, staring at a wall, hobbies in real life. After a few days, you'll notice something weird. You actually want to work. You're hungry to engage, to build, to focus. It feels fulfilling to chase your dream. This is how you build stamina, not by working longer, but by making effort feel better than distraction. That's a level up in stamina. Still an average Joe, though. Silent mornings. The first 30 minutes after waking are when your brain is most programmable. As I said earlier, most people waste it on noise like scrolling. Here's the shift. Do nothing. Stay in bed or sit up for a moment without your phone. Just silence. Let your mind boot up without overstimulation. Get some sunlight and drink some water. This way you gain control before your phone can hijack you. First level up in focus, and you've now been awakened. Plan deep work time blocks. Earlier you picked your 3 most important tasks, but you need to make time for them. Each night, carve out dedicated blocks in your calendar the next day where you do nothing but those tasks. No phone, no distractions, no other tasks. These are protected time zones for high output, undistracted work. The brain works best when it knows what to do and when to do it. Time blocking removes procrastination and makes your tasks part of your day instead of some extra burden. That's a level up in action. Still awakened. Limit multitasking. Multitasking feels productive, but it's not. Doing multiple tasks at once or switching often between tasks burns mental energy and lowers performance. You need to only have one input at a time. If you're reading, read. If you're working, close everything unrelated. No music with lyrics, no background podcasts. You train your brain to stop craving stimulation and learn to work on tasks that's going to take long, sustained effort to complete. That's a level up in resistance, and you're slightly more awakened. Use work-break cycles. Your brain isn't a machine. It's more like a sprinter. It can go hard, but not forever. Therefore, use a system like the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of deep work, 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer break. It keeps your energy from crashing, and you'll avoid getting into that brain fog state where you just can't produce any output. The key is protecting your 25-minute blocks like a sacred time. No phone, no other tabs, just output. You have to make the difference between work and break clear. If it just melts together, there's no point, and it won't work since your brain won't get time to refuel for the next work sprint. Level up in stamina. You are now on the brink of ranking up. Control your environment. Willpower is unreliable. If your phone is next to you, it's a never-ending battle to not pick it up. If there's noise, you're distracted. If your room looks chaotic, your brain can't focus. Therefore, control your space. Put your phone in another room. Use a sight blocker. Keep your desk clear. Clean lighting, clean audio, clean visuals. Your environment should feel like it's built for focus. When you enter it, your brain should know it's time to work. It's not about self-discipline. It's about designing a space where focus is the default. Level up in resistance. You are now entering flow state. Mental dump. Trying to remember everything is a hidden energy leak. It creates stress and kills clarity. Every night, do a mental dump. Write down everything on your mind. Every to-do, every worry, everything that you have to remember. Once it's on paper, your brain lets go. It'll, for one, be much easier to sleep as you can just let go. There's nothing to worry about since it's all written down. Your brain doesn't have to keep checking if you're forgetting something. There's no reason to use your brain as a storage device. It's much better to use it as a processor. So stop overloading it with background tasks and a bunch of open tabs. That's a level up in strategy and now slightly deeper in the flow. Look at the long-term goal. The daily grind is easier to endure when it's connected to something bigger. Once a day, glance at your long-term goal, the thing you're building towards. This gives context to the small stuff, the tedious tasks, the hard work, the boring reps. It activates your brain's reward system by making today feel meaningful. That meaning creates endurance. It's about remembering the mission and using that as fuel to keep going. Level up in strategy again, you are getting deep in the flow now. Teach it back. If you want to remember what you learn, teach it back. Every day, pick one thing you learned and try to explain it out loud as simply as possible. This forces your brain to remember the input, organize it, and clarify the output. It makes the most important knowledge stick because you're actively using it, not just consuming. Level up in focus. You've almost ascended to the next level. Get high-quality sleep. You spend a third of your life sleeping and still think it doesn't matter? If I could only pick one habit to upgrade brain power, this is it. Sleep is the multiplier. You can do every other habit perfectly, but if your sleep is trash, your output will take a hit. You'll struggle to focus, forget things you just learned, and burn out faster. High-quality sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's when your brain cements memories, flushes toxins, resets your mental stamina, and much more. That's a level up in stamina. You've achieved rank mindmaxxer. Use cold exposure. Cold exposure spikes adrenaline. It creates alertness, sharpens mental state, and builds mental toughness. Start with 30 seconds cold shower after your normal one. Then build it to 1 to 2 minutes cold and slowly remove the time of your normal shower. It forces you into presence. Your brain can't wander. It's discomfort that builds clarity. Level up in focus. You're reaching your fullest potential. Visualize the first step. Most people procrastinate because a task feels huge and unclear, but your brain isn't really that scared of work. It's more scared of the unknown. So give it clarity by visualizing the first step. Not the whole project, just the smallest possible action you can take. This tricks your brain into moving. You shrink the monster. Starting becomes easy, and once you start, momentum builds itself. Level up in action. You've done it.